Alright guys, a little late with this one. I was really busy yesterday and it just never happened, but I'm here now and I'm ready to get this thing going. Alright, this was week 12 action in the books. Kick things off, Seattle loses 20-17 to the Washington Redskins. It was, like I expected, we were able to be competitive and hang in there, and the game did come down to the final minute or so, last 2 minutes actually, and that's just what Washington does. They don't blow teams out. I don't know if you can hold it against them, but at some point it will come back to hurt them. Like earlier this season against the Rams. They remind me a lot of the 2005 Jacksonville Jaguars in that sense. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's see, looking at this game, again, we were competitive. Our defense played pretty well most of the game. Washington has a good offense, so that's to some extent what they do. Let's see here. Offensively, our offense, really not where it needs to be quite yet. I still like to have Matt Hasselbeck back. I'm glad that he's getting the reps now. I'm glad he's on the field for us. Today he was not very sharp. He completed half his passes. Really, our offense was only on the field for like 21 minutes in this game, so it's hard to get things going when you can't sustain drives. And with our passing game, it was just completely inefficient. No receiver stepped up. The quarterback obviously didn't step up. The offensive line was playing okay, I guess. I didn't really like what they were doing in pass blocking, but run blocking, we ran the ball well today, on Sunday. Maurice had a big game. Actually pretty much kept Julius Jones on the bench because every time we gave him the ball, good things were happening, it seemed. Jones didn't really do much. It wasn't him, he just wasn't getting the touches, and I don't know what that means. But Morris played very well, and I cannot disagree with what happened. But again, none of the receivers stepped up. Carlson caught a couple passes. He didn't get involved like I hoped, but he caught a touchdown, and he made a couple of catches. Didn't really do that much, but glad to see him get in the end zone. Always glad to see him try and progress. And really, Olindo Mare attempted like a 54-yard field goal at some point in the game. I did not know he had that leg on him. I didn't think he was going to be able to kick it hard enough, but he did. It was wide right, I think. But it was long enough, so that kind of impressed me because he only missed it by a little bit, and I was surprised he was able to get that leg in it. But really, just a average day for the offense. We were pretty efficient when we were in scoring position. We were able to put the ball in the end zone for the most part. That was one thing that I took away from this. Had a couple of turnovers, the interceptions late in the game by Matt. Neither of them very good throws. It's just been one of those seasons, and I'd rather have it happen all at once, If Matt was making these throws in a season where we might actually be competitive, that'd be worse. Other side, defensively, again, they kept us in the game for the most part by really limiting Washington's ability to score points. They moved the ball really well. They had close to 400 yards of total offense, but they only put up 20 points, so that's a positive for them. Obviously, Portis had a great game, but Portis is a great running back, so that's kind of to be expected. That's what Portis does. We should consider ourselves lucky there aren't that many Clinton Portises in the NFL. He's playing better than any running back in the league right now. Campbell, very traditional Jason Campbell type of game. Efficient, not overpowering, makes a lot of right decisions. Good solid game from him, spread the ball around. A little bit of Santana Moss, Chris Cooley, had the touchdown to Randall L. All that, pretty much. I thought for us, defensively, we got pretty good pressure. We forced that key turnover at the end, and after we forced that turnover and got the ball back with a minute and a half left, I thought we were going to tie that game. I really was feeling there. I thought we could drive down the 50 yards, get in field goal range, and send it to OT. And obviously, it didn't happen. But I was feeling it. So that kind of had me down. But right now, nothing that happens to this team is going to get me very down because so much has already happened. I feel like there's not much place to go down there. We've been blown out. We've had overtime losses. We've had last-minute losses. We've had everything. So, what are you going to say? You know, other than the obvious, I like the effort we showed. I didn't like how we had the opportunity to win the game at the end and threw it away because that fumble was a gift from I don't know what. How Liddell Betts can fumble in that situation is beyond me, but you know, obviously we're trying to win that game. It's not like we're tanking the season. It's not like that. So it's disheartening for me to see this team continue to try to win and still lose. On the other hand, at this point, I do partially have to look forward to the draft. I'm not rooting for this team to lose. I'm not like that. I can't do it. If at the end of the season, when we're whatever we are, 3-13 or whatever, I'm gonna look back and say, well, at least we get a good pick. But with things as they are right now, I'm not gonna be able to root against the team and hope they lose on Sunday, you know. So, you know, that's about it. I don't really got anything else to say. I saw some things I liked, saw some things I didn't like. And that's about it, so moving on.